We're here today with Stark County Commissioner Tom Bernabei, and a significant event at today's Commissioners meeting, being August 14th of 2013, was the hiring of a Stark County Chief Building Officer. Angela Cavanaugh, who currently works with the City of Canton, is coming over to Stark County effective September 3rd. Our question has to do with her resume that showed that she had overlapping job responsibilities with other government entities, and to define exactly what she's going to be doing in terms of those responsibilities, consistent with and comparative to her responsibilities to Stark County.
Well, her two primary responsibilities that she will have. One, she will do plans examinations. She is I believe, a registered architect. I would have to look at the exact title that she has, but or at like educational level, but a registered architect, which qualifies her to do plans examinations, commercial plans examinations. And she has a lot of experience. She's been doing plans examinations, on the commercial side for many, many years for just a variety of different political subdivisions, both in Stark County and a lot in Summit County as well. And she has a lot of experience in that area. But she'll also be serving, as the chief building official. The chief building official has authority under the revised code to, sign off on projects, to make changes to projects. But the primary function of that person is also to supervise, and administer the office. And that means that that person is responsible for establishing all of the policies of the building department office. That means that they supervise all of the completion of all plans examinations. She may not have enough time, for example, to do all plans examinations herself, so some of them still may be farmed out, possibly. But she has to make sure that they get done. She's the person that would establish the policy that said, I want plans turned over, for example, on average within 1 or 2 days. She's the one that would establish the tenor of the office with regard to customer services. She would be the one that would take a look at technology. What kind of technology do we have? One issue that we've talked about is the need for, and whether it would be desirable or not, to have electronic plan submissions as opposed to paper plan submissions, or at least have that available as an alternative. She would be the one that would look at the fee structures of the office and the revenues and the expenditures, staffing, inspection levels, customer satisfaction with employees' work, and so forth. So she's got all of those responsibilities as an administrator of all of the people, of the programs, and all of the bits and pieces of operating a building department. And in addition to that, she has a love for and experience for and a tremendous reputation both in Stark County and in Summit County as a plans examiner that gets to it, gets them done, gets them turned around, and has a very good working relationship with contractors and developers with regard to processing plans. It's one of the most important things to us. Both sides are very, very important to us. They're equally important, but probably the complaints, probably 75% of the complaints, at least at the commissioner level, that we receive concerning our building department, and you've been aware of many of those, have gone to the length of time and the difficulty with the plans examination review process in Stark County. We think that the hiring of her is going to eliminate those complaints.
Now, I understand from your chief administrator, Brant Luther, that she'll continue to work on a contract basis with the City of Aurora and Massillon, in addition to her responsibilities for Stark County, but outside her normal business hours. Yes. For Stark County. Can you confirm that?
Yes, that is correct. She's obligated to work for Stark County, 40 hours per week. To the extent that she works additional hours, and we anticipate that she probably will. This is a very, highly motivated professional person who I think is used to probably working not 40 hours a week, but 50, 60 plus. I think she does a lot of plans examinations from her home, and it's the kind of work that can be done from her home, in addition to, full-time employment. Again, just a motivated, energetic, driven person in this particular area. So she specifically asked for that in our discussions, in our interviews, and she indicated that she'd been doing plans examinations for those two entities for a significant period of time, and she wished to maintain those relationships. So we permit that, but again, it's not an overlap of the duties that she has with us. It's in addition to. She owes us, her first allegiance for 40 hours a week.
What is your take on what motivated her to wanting to come work for Stark County?
That's a question that's better asked of her. I don't think that there was any issues, though, and again, there may be rumors afloat that it was ill will with regard to any parts of her job and so forth. I think she had a lot of work to include, in addition to CBO plans examination work, which included responsibility for the demolition program, which is very, very large in the city of Canton. And I think that there were a number of other duties. I think she was probably supervising employees, I believe, on the residential housing code side of the office, as well as some other aspects of it and so forth. And she really, I think, wanted to narrow her focus, and this was a better opportunity to narrow that focus.
Now, you spoke during the commissioners' meeting about the hope that with the new CBO coming on for Stark County, that we could move forward in Stark County to get some consolidation of building departments throughout the county in place. What's the basis for your optimism specifically?
Basis for the optimism is that Angela Kavanaugh has a very close relationship with the administration in the city of Canton. They have great respect for her and for her work ethic and for the work that she has done. One of the issues that has prevented consolidation in the past. Again, when we talk about consolidation, it's a contractual relationship because the Canton Building Department actually takes over the Canton's responsibilities. So I guess it's a consolidation. It isn't a merger where we combine departments. But there will be our department. There will still be a Canton department, but probably they won't be doing commercial work, for example. But the motivation, I'm sorry, I lost the train when I jumped off of that, the train of thought on my question.
Oh, we're talking about the basis of your optimism that we can achieve some consolidation, merger, collaboration, whatever you call it.
So as a result, again, because of Canton's confidence in her and in her abilities, they now have a different view of our building department than they had 30 days ago. Again, as we talked earlier, there's Canton's or Stark County's building department has been subject to criticism, on several fronts. But again, the plans examination was one of the primary ones. Canton now knows that if they were to contract with us, we're going to get the plans examinations done in the same time frame that Canton has been getting them done with her, because she's going to be the person doing them for us. So it's that confidence level that enables us to start talking about this really working. It also provides the opportunity, again, for dollar savings. Canton now sees there's an opportunity for Canton to proceed forward without having to hire a new chief building official plans examiner, because Angela will be over here and they can contract with us for the services.
Okay.
So
Is
there
that
are savings there? There are other savings, to the extent that we do more work for them on a contract basis, they need less employees. So they save money on the employment side. They would save her salary, for example, which I believe is approximately $85,000 plus benefits. But they would save to the extent that we take over commercial plans examinations and all the inspections and permitting of those issues. There would be that many fewer inspectors, and I can't quantify how many that would be that they would need. So there should be savings. On our side, we have gains because we achieve the end goal that we would hope to do with regard to consolidation and bring greater uniformity to everything and greater efficiency. We're hiring Angela Kavanaugh regardless of whether this consolidation occurs or not, this contractual relationship occurs or not. She's replacing for her salary. She will be a full-time chief building official, and she will also be doing most of the plans for which we were already paying an employee who has since retired, and he was earning $70,000 a year. So we are already dollars ahead in savings with her. But we gain because we gain the revenues associated with commercial plans review, with the plan side and with the permit side and so forth. And again, the same as we talk about dispatch, when you take on, a greater volume of work, you should be more efficient in your ability to service that work.
Do you envision Stark County approaching, I think Massillon has some building department functions, Massillon to perhaps be interested in entering a contract relationship with Stark County?
I think what we need to do, again, is take steps. Of course, first we have to shore up how we operate, and Angela has to learn how we operate and make the changes that she deems necessary. At the same time, we're going to have these conversations with Canton, and as you can see in that contract, we're talking about a transitional period not to exceed 120 days. She's going to serve as Canton's chief building official and plans examiner during that period of time, as well as working 40 full-time for us. But we would hope that within 120 days, she may then, and our building department may then have those services too. At that point, I think we have to consolidate those services and make sure that we're doing those well. I think when outlying entities see us doing those things well, and in particular turning over plans examinations well, and maybe looking at the savings that Canton, incurred in doing this, they may take a re-examination of whether or not the Stark County Building Department, is a good alternative choice for them as opposed to maintaining their own department. And so I think that the model that may be created out of this may lead to something with the other entities. Whether it will or not, I don't know. The main entities out there that don't contract with us right now, I believe, are again the other large cities, which are Massillon, Alliance, and Northampton.
Okay.
So I think that there will be discussions, but I think that we first have to get our house in order and make sure things are running well and so forth. But I think if the model works well and it demonstrates that we can service everybody and service everybody well and efficiently, I think everybody's got to take a long and hard look at whether or not they can save money to the bottom line by contracting with us as opposed to doing it themselves.